It's 2023.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Boys.
Happy New Year, pretty Nicole.
It's okay. It's fine.
Alright, guys. Welcome to the Board Podcast. It's 2023 and this is our first episode of 2023, which marks episode 33 of On the Board Podcast. 33.
We should make it episode 1, season 2.
Okay.
Yeah, that's actually episode 1.
Alright.
So rewind.
Alright,
Down.
Alright, guys. This is the first episode of season 2, 2023. Happy New Year, guys. Hope you guys crossed the year. For those that crossed, for those that didn't cross, man, rest in peace.
Please. So you're telling them?
Yeah, because they are not dead.
You've reminded me about someone who told me, did you talk to those that died? I'm like,
You get? Wait, who asked you? What you
They must have been showing.
I think he's dealing with night dancers. Come on.
They must have been exhibiting certain characters.
Yes, of cannibalism. All right, guys. I was getting serious, but the other idiot just messed up things. All right, guys. Welcome to the Board Podcast, episode 1, season 2. Happy New Year. The team is almost in the building because we're missing one person. But one and a half person because the other one is tall and the other one is short. So 1.5. We have Swabba in the building. Pretty Nicole in the building. Nicolette, eh?
Yeah.
Or Nicole in the building, not the other Pretty Nicole. And then local man from Chisoga. Of course, we are honored to have a special guest in the building. And Mr. ONESMAS. We would love to officially tell you that you're going to be our lucky charm for this year because you're the first guest on our podcast. And we want to believe that this podcast is going to be one of a kind going forward this year. And for those of you guys that don't know, or don't know ONESMAS will introduce himself later on because I don't really know a lot about him, but he'll help us know a thing or two about him. Well, as usual, we're going to be unscripted, fun, but also very intelligent. ONESMAS, introduce yourself to the people. Just speak to the mic.
Thank you very much. I'm called J. ONESMAS.
Okay.
I'm a student from Makerere University. I'm pursuing my bachelor's in statistics. I'm in my final year. Well, I'm here to make some amendments about the false information that was going on about me, about the course that I was doing, about the university that I was doing. And I also ask the public not to criticize me, what I did. Because what I did it out of love, genuinity, in other words.
All right, guys.
We're happy to have you.
We're happy to have you here.
Same here.
And we're not going to judge you or bully you for whatever you did.
Yeah.
we shall ask you
But we'll
questions.
ask you some questions. Yes. So just feel free to share. And what you're not comfortable sharing, please just let us know. So for those of you guys that don't know ONESMAS is the famous guy from the video that I believe most of you watched of a guy that was videotaped kneeling down before a girl called Imi. He was apologizing to her for something that we didn't know he had done, and some of the things he had promised the girl in the video was to be submissive. And fortunately or unfortunately, submissive became trended on Twitter.
I even didn't know the word. I googled.
Submissive.
Yes.
He was
So-
on serious things.
But what I found out,
What did you find out?
declaring to be submissive,
Mm.
I know kunsuubiza.
So ONESMAS promised the girl called Imi to be submissive, and he actually accepted to be vulnerable. That's why he said I've accepted to be embarrassed before your friends, but it is what it is. So for those of you guys that watched didn't know ONESMAS, I believe you're up to speed to it. And those that actually couldn't put the face to the past to the video, because there are people that actually watch the video but can't tell who ONESMAS really is, this is the guy. So ONESMAS, before we get to people alleging and giving courses that you don't do, the university that you don't go to, if you don't mind, what exactly happened?
About what happened, I think about what happened, just like any other person who's really
You messed up.
in love with someone,
Okay.
I had to do what I was supposed to do for the sake of restoring back my relationship
With her?
with Katunga Immaculate.
Yeah, surnames.
First name?
Katunga.
Katunga Immaculate.
Katunga.
Katunga.
Yeah,
Is
Immaculate.
it O or U?
Katunga.
You.
Katunga.
Yeah, Immaculate.
She's also a student.
Yeah, she's a student also.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same faculty? Same course?
No, we are doing different courses. First, she's doing business statistics. For me, I'm doing bachelor's of statistics.
But are you in the same year?
Yeah, we're in the same year. We're all finalists.
Okay.
Yeah. About what transpired between I and Immaculate, I think I may not be in position to inform the public about it.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But you, in short, you messed up in some way.
In the relationship, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I messed up in some way or the other, and which I would not be able to tell the public what
Yes.
I did.
Which is okay.
Yeah, but I'm kind of requesting for, regardless of the embarrassment I faced, the criticism I got from my fellow colleagues, I still have that heart.
You still love her?
Yeah, that's it. Even though she decided to embarrass me. But me, I can't take revenge. I don't take revenge. I leave revenge for God. And regardless of the criticism that I'm getting in public about people telling me, leave this girl, that girl is doing this and that, you can't handle her, what. I still have that heart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does have her at heart mean you still love her, or you see her as your friend, or would you be interested in
Getting back to her.
getting back? Or having her at heart means you did this to me, I forgive you, we move on. Or I forgive you, we could get back together.
Oh, you're still back together. Oh, no, you're still together.
You're ready.
Yeah, you're already back together.
It doesn't look that way. I'm just saying. That didn't sound like they're back together. But let him clarify. Yes.
Well, the thing is that I still love her. That's the thing.
You, as in, you
Yes.
as you.
As a person.
As who?
The relationships
It's
where,
right there.
let me explain. The relationships where you're in love alone. You love someone doesn't love you back.
But he doesn't know that.
So that's why I'm asking.
You as who? You
Yes,
as you.
for him to confirm that ye achayagala, because we don't know the story of Imi. Imi ya kubanga
Tachamwaga.
maybe she moved on.
Mm.
So that's why I wanted to confirm, because eriyo gamba tukyeyagala nkyamwagala
Kati agambe
byawukana
Agambe bakyeyagala. Agambe ye
amwagala.
Wakyagambe wadde clear.
I'm on ONESMAS.
Yes.
So that means, in short, you guys are not yet back together, right?
Apparently,
Mm.
we're still putting all the discussion on hold
Oh, okay.
until we
Further
finalize
notice.
until we finalize up the
The exams.
exams.
Wow.
Yeah.
So won't this podcast do more harm than good, since you people oba mwateesa musooke yes. So won't it do more harm than good?
I don't think so.
Because it wouldn't be you.
Because it's a discussion between the
actually-
two.
First thing that I'd love to criticize,
Mm.
I have friends.
Okay.
Because I don't think whether Imi had the idea or the
Of
knowledge.
filming you.
Wabakyawa naffe abo abaana.
Naffe aba boys twabakyawa.
Mutulabisa labisa wama.
Temuli basonyiwa.
I don't think whether she had the guts, okay, to do the filming.
Mm.
And the reason as to why my relationship with Amy had to come all this way, of course, her friends, in others, they contributed a very big percentage.
And breaking you guys up.
Of course, you see that some friends, of course, when they see some people are always together, of course, they always feel bad, something like that. Because even her herself, by the way, she used to tell me that her friends don't.
Like they don't approve of your relationship.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
The board of governors of the relationship.
Guys, man.
so my advice to him is that if I thought it's possible, because I personally I had the right to take a legal action against those friends of hers. Because I personally I know them very well. Though okay, by the time when the event happened, I didn't know that they were filming me. Because someone would be holding a camera like this, thinking that maybe it's on WhatsApp, what. Kumbe is, guys, just the person is just doing what?
Filming you.
Filming me
Oh,
without
okay.
my consent.
Yeah.
So I personally, because I've got several people who are willing to offer me legal
Legal
prosecutions,
aid.
legal aid against those girls. But later on, I was like, but at the end of the day, what am I going to achieve? First of all, I'm struggling to.
Redeem yourself.
I'm
your
trying to
image.
amend, point number one, I'm trying to amend my relationship with her. So if at all I end up also criticizing, okay, trying to take legal actions against her friends, then it would
Hurt the whole process.
it would harden everything.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to just leave the thing the way how it is, and leave good to take.
The board of governors, mwebelele mu mwana.
Okay. Something that I want to know. After that incident, do you still believe in love?
Yeah, I do. I do. But what matters most are the friends whom we associate with and the people whom we meet.
So out of curiosity, I would like to know, because the video has point number 1, and we didn't get point number 1. Is it okay for us to have at least point number 1?
On that, adding on that very thing, did you script what you were going to say?
Yes.
As in, did you like have a plan that I'm going to go there, do this and this?
Because
And did they invite you?
My intention was not to nail down,
Okay.
neither was I to say all those words that were filmed in the clip. Because at first when I went to Amy's place, of course, I had to ask her to first to give me like some few minutes of her.
Oh, you called, eh?
No, by then, okay, actually, because I knew she wouldn't pick my call.
Oh, you just went there.
So I had to just surprise her by visiting her. So on reaching there, because remember she was already being boosted by her friends.
Oh, mchawi.
So I'm sure that was still at the back of her mind. So on reaching there, of course, she gave me this kind of attitude of her not wanting to talk to me. So that's when I had to.
That's when you went down on your knees.
Okay, I just did that, okay, for the sake of course, I had to take up the blame upon whether she was in right, she was in the wrong, or I
You
had
just wanted to get done with it and
of
take the
course,
blame and
I
solve it.
just take the blame upon myself, and then I move on because it was really too much for me to handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you exactly know why her friends don't like you?
I really don't know. I really don't know exactly why her friends don't like me.
Nicole will help us on that.
No, for us to, there has to be a background.
Because
They have
Nicole
to
is a
know.
girl, and they usually have reasons why some of them hate. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm
in
quite
fact-
sure Nicole, you also have a guy.
Yeah, in fact, we
You have
should.
ask
Let me
Nicole.
now rephrase to
Nicole has you have a girlfriend that has
Why-
a guy that you don't like.
Yes. Why is it always like that?
That's true.
Like,
That-
let me give an example. Since you're near Swahaba, you and Swahaba, you and
That's what
Swahaba
you're
are in
saying.
love,
Yeah.
but your friends don't like Swahaba. What brings that? Okay, as in the common factor that brings that.
Common factors that bring. Well, most times, one, the guy is a player.
And
Two,
they know.
And they know. Perhaps now, for example, there are certain.
Oh, one of them.
No, let me give you an example. I might know something about your man, okay? But then I get to know about you and him being together when you guys are already in deep. And I wouldn't
Watusooka ne
want to
tukweka
share,
mikwano gyaffe.
yeah?
Mhm.
And I don't want to spoil it, perhaps, for you,
yeah.
by telling you what it is per se.
So nosooka olowooza it is just a one-off bajja kweta.
Bajja kweta. So me, I expressed, like, I don't like this guy. I'll tell you, I'm probably not comfortable. Leave me out of this. My opinion is I don't like him. I'm not going to go and, hand you roses for being with him. He's such an awesome man. No, I'll just stay out of it. So one of the reasons maybe because the player, maybe knowing he's a player, or I've seen him before with someone else.
Why should that be your
Second-
business?
But this is my girlfriend. Just like the way you look at your boys.
Mm-mm.
No,
For us-
it's
for
us-
it's different.
It's different.
For us,
Yes.
the issue is our boy eating.
That's it.
That's it.
And you have to make sure that the main girl doesn't find out.
Yes.
So for you, even if you've been with her before,
Yes, you'll be like, is my boy eating?
so even if you've been with her before,
Yes,
you'll be
the
like,
issue is eating.
And not being found out.
Yeah.
oh, wow. No,
Yes,
first we are.
that's the
but
truth.
We are more we're more intimate. We are more.
But do you
emotional.
realize that most of the times when you go and tell on your girl's boyfriend, most of the times you go as swallow.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Also,
So
do you realize, us boys, before we say anything, you first have to weigh.
Yes, the options.
My guy, because I can know when Swahaba is deeply in love. I can know when Francis is deeply in love. Or
When it's
the
just
woman
eating.
wemba mumanyiko ki ngamba omusajja oyo kati wemugambira ayinza otabuka. So waliwo engeri bwe ngamba, let me give it time now.
Yes.
And I wait for the right moment to tell my guy.
Or let him find out by himself.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Nsobola okukola obutegotego so that I'm finding out. Nsobola omanya you're here with another guy.
You call him.
Ne muyita ne mugamba man soko ojje tukole ki? Badde ngenda gamba Swahaba soko ojje tunywemu. Ne ngamba Swahaba soko ojje tulabe omupiira wano.
And then you set it
Otegeera
up.
ye ne yeerabirako n'amaaso ge. Nera nze bw'akingamba I've seen my girl. I'm like, hey, waali wano nze wedda sinakola ki? Kumbe namukoze ki? Namulabye. But I don't know how you guys do it.
I think
'Cause
girls don't
according
judge.
to this one, Ochiraba, I'm very sure from the start, maybe you might find it is even a stupid reason that ONESMAS wasn't taking them out with a guy.
I'm a victim of ONESMAS. That's the truth.
I'm
Listen,
telling you.
I had this girl at campus. I had this girl at campus that I liked so much, but the girls hated me because I used not to give them attention. So,
Attention.
yes.
By attention, you mean take them out, put some money?
No,
what
not
attention
even,
do you
like,
mean?
if I meet, you're my girl, these are the rest of the girls. Hi, can I talk to you, baby? They hated that.
Yeah.
They wanted this situation whereby, hi, you be around,
also wanted to be
come and
And you give them
and then they
hugs
said,
and
that
stuff.
guy is proud. And the moment they realized we had
Get
some...
that coca point ONESMAS omanyi bw'akoze.
Kubyeko mutwe.
You know, and the moment they had that we had issues, yo, we were done.
Sorry to cut you out.
Yeah.
Actually, when you talked about that, I remembered there was something. Actually, Imi has one of her friends. Like they have said. Okay. being proud on them. Because there's one time when at first when I was when I was still getting into her, she used to tell me that her friends used to tell her that I'm a player, that I'm vibing very many girls, I'm doing what, all that kind of stuff. Later on, I had to prove her wrong that I'm not that kind of guy who's that. So as the relationship had just started, of course, she has one of her friends, which I won't mention her name, but if she watches this, of course, she'll know.
Yeah, shots fired.
We know you.
At first, okay, there's our school, that is School of Statistics. Of course, this girl met me. Of course, okay,
The friend.
Yeah, the friend met me on the way. Met me at the school compound at Makerere. So I just bypassed her without saying anything to her.
That's the problem.
I didn't say anything to her. So I just moved on without mentioning anyone to her. But I saw her. And what I was trying to avoid is her telling me that, hey, your guy now is trying to vibe me, which is that. So later on that very day in the evening when I'm going to meet Amy, because by then we were good. We didn't have any problem. So Amy told me that you met my friends and you didn't say anything good.
So they reported.
In other words, they reported to Amy.
Ali.
I also personally I had to explain to her that
This is what I was avoiding.
this is the kind of thing that I was trying to avoid.
You girl, you're a hater.
Secondly, this very girl again meets me. Okay, she meets me in Chikoni. Because by then I was sloping down to my hostel. Still again, actually for me I didn't see her. But for her, she's told me that she met me in Chikoni and I just bypassed her.
The issue is bypassing.
without saying hi to her. So the girl felt bad. So on feeling bad, I think the anger kept on multiplying.
Building.
And she was looking for a way of
And they were talking bad about you.
revenging.
Is she the one that recorded the video?
Yeah,
She must have been the one.
No, she's not.
It's a very weak reason to hate on someone. Like
There are three.
He's saying,
There are 3 girls in that room who recorded. I know them very well. There are 3 of them. Because when I'm to first make a flashback, the way how
Angles, looking at angles.
like this one was there. This one was and she was gone. This one was
and then they're holding their phones.
Yeah, again on that very day after that, after her meeting him in Chikoni, and then after she gives a bad report to Amy. Hey, how can ONESMAS not to greet me, and yet we are here for her? We were the ones even who helped him to get you.
Did they?
Did they though?
No. Because by the time they got to know,
You were ready with her.
I was already with Amy. Her friends have really contributed.
So how long have you been with Amy?
It's almost a year.
Okay.
It's almost a year.
Okay.
Or maybe one of her friends liked
Yeah,
you.
that could also be why.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they could.
I mean, you were a likable guy. I mean,
You're a
no,
gentleman.
but I already like you.
Please.
Is Nicole supposed to say that?
Hey, I said no homo.
Why are you scaring our guests? Somebody's scaring our guests. No.
Shaba, please.
Let's go. Together.
All right, guys. So, ONESMAS, like Nicole had stated earlier on, we'll have to talk about submissiveness. And being that she's so interested in that, please take it away.
Talking about submissiveness.
Yes. What do you want to know about it in the perspective of...
Exactly what I want to know. Exactly when he said, I will be submissive, what did he exactly mean?
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Submissive in what?
Like what
Because
kind?
man,
Like,
but submissive
yes.
is very...
Were they having some kind of kinky situation and
Like
she
what
has
I
been the,
Yes, what
the
I
dominant?
submitted.
Because...
So now I'm asking
Yeah.
because perhaps she has been the, and now he wants to be.
But the submissiveness on ONESMAS takes a lot of... It's too wide.
It's too wide.
Because
like,
now
I'm curious.
Nikki is thinking in terms of 50 Shades of Grey.
No, not necessarily 50 Shades of Grey.
Uh-huh.
That is not a 50 Shades. Okay, it's a 50 Shades of Grey thing, but it's a bigger thing than that.
Yeah, so ONESMAS.
Explain what you meant.
What you meant?
And it was point number one.
Was it point number one?
No, what if no what point number one was? Because he just said, no, he just said, point number one, net come out, part two.
So exactly what did you mean?
Okay.
Yes.
What I was trying to mean is that, okay, there are times whereby she would ask me to do stuff which at times I wasn't willing to do.
Like you free to share the stuff?
Of course, I would love to keep that confidential.
Okay.
Yeah, but she would
Okay,
ask
but
me.
is it like behind the doors? Or
Things that
Like
you're supposed to do behind the scenes.
sexual stuff or
yeah,
just
or
other
is it
stuff?
just...
No, it wasn't sexual. It was something different.
Okay.
Personally, to be submissive, you have to assure me I'll be getting it anytime I want. That's the thing. I cannot be submissive when
Submission is sexual for you?
if I'm to swear that I will be submissive,
Yes.
there has to be some assurances that I'll be getting this for being submissive.
At all times.
Either it is sexual or money.
Yeah.
But then
Because
that's not
being submissive
submission.
means
That's being
no.
submissive.
Being submissive in some way it means you're now my remote and you have control
Yes.
whatever I do.
Yeah.
Smile, I smile. Do what I smile, but at the end of the day, mfuna mochi.
Yeah, like what do I get in return in my
Yes,
submissiveness?
mfuna mochi. It is key. Money or
ONESMAS. So got to holiday.
So do we want to... At will, eh? Keyword at will.
Yeah. Sengeje bigambo byo. You're
So
saving
we're
your words.
basically asking him if there was anything for him
Yes, in return.
while he was declaring his submission.
yes. Or maybe you saying you will be submissive was a desperate utterance.
Yeah.
Zengeri nyejaga nyolings, I even saw the girl was in a towel. So,
Oh, hey, that could have been the inspiration.
Yeah, maybe you saw the tone, you're like,
I'll be submissive. I'll be submissive. Hey, by the way, I also saw she was in a towel and stepping on some part of the bed. The thigh was peeping.
yeah.
so she was like, yeah. and ONESMAS was down.
ONESMAS was like, there is no way I cannot be
I need
submissive to this.
Now I need to see if I can see that towel. Well, search it out.
That guy is a forensic investigator. But this must
What towel?
Run down.
What inspired the
Yeah.
submissive statement?
What really triggered you to say that?
I was desperate. That's it.
Awachukomye.
Which come here? You're a smart guy. Nicole, why is it that many times that even when men try so much to express to you that they are sorry and go as far, actually men that go as far as kneeling oftentimes don't stand a chance, to be forgiven, compared to men that actually walk away. Realize that if ONESMAS, and I learned this also the hard way, most of the times,
Speaking from experience.
yes, when a woman tells you she's done with you and you decide to walk away, the chances are high that you actually, there's that recoil effect that you can end up either talking to her or she will actually give you a call at some point, that as compared to when you decide to push at that point when she's already boiling. And this my understanding why it works like that, because I imagine if ONESMAS had knelt down, that's the point you really see the guy is vulnerable, and it's only right to grant him the forgiveness he wants. Now, as a woman, why does it work like that?
Also, as you reply to that, I also want to know if you really like the guy, was it worth it?
To let him kneel.
Also be recorded
Yes.
by others. Also, others to be around.
He wants to say something.
About the issue of the recording.
Could you tilt a bit? Maybe it was the mic.
About the issue of the recording, Amy didn't know. That one I know.
Oh.
She didn't know about it.
You girls.
Amy didn't know about it because by the time that happened, actually it happened. Actually, the whole scenario started when we were two together in the room. So that's when one girl saw me
Entering.
in Amy's room. So that's when she went and called some other what?
Gango.
That's when she called all her friends. So by the time, even the way how the video even saturated via social media,
David.
it was her friends who did so. It's her friends that did so. But what I know, she doesn't have a hand in the video.
Okay.
In the video what?
So
Speculation.
let me surprise you. I think if you're sure that she didn't have a hand in it, maybe she might get back to you.
That one I know about it because I know her very well, because I've been with her for some time. I know what she's capable of and what she's not capable of.
Maybe you're saying that with glasses of love.
But do people-
Or this is also still an apology, trying to.
Let the man
No,
do
perhaps
whatever he
that's
can do.
basically in his opinion.
Yeah.
The way he knows her, she wouldn't do it. That's just that.
Do you guys know that good men actually suffer a lot?
Yeah, we suffer.
Imagine
We suffer.
ONESMAS.
Imagine all the suffering
Listen,
you've gone through.
imagine ONESMAS was the bad boy type.
Yeah.
Nobody
He
would
would
have
be
pulled
thriving.
out that phone. You know that ONESMAS?
I know, but if he was a bad boy type, they would have pulled out that phone.
They would not have
Because
pulled out
they would
that
see a
phone.
bad boy kneeling down like this bad
No,
boy.
they would have pulled
They
it
wouldn't
out,
have knelt down.
and what we would have seen would have been slaps.
Yes.
Nti gonje hivi.
No, but he
Why
didn't
pulling
know.
out
He
the
did
phone?
not know.
Or if anything, that bad boy wouldn't have knelt down. Or
if you
a
say
bad boy wouldn't even have
They
just
press
walked away
next.
from him.
They cry. Yeah,
I know,
they
I
have
know.
love. They cry later, but abanyize next wali.
They
Yes.
knew behind closed doors.
Going
That's the
back to
difference.
Nicole now. We are going back to Nicole.
As we go to Nicole, ONESMAS. Listen.
Gwangamba tuve.
So go to Nicole. Just one more
can't
statement. ONESMAS, going forward, whether you get back to Amy or not. There are things you're not supposed to drop your pride for. The problem that most of us may have when we're in a relationship, we feel like the people we have at the beginning and the end of our lives. But, ONESMAS, if you decided today and you say that you're moving, like you're giving up on Amy, you're moving on with your life, it might be very hard for you to come up with that, to reach that decision. But the moment you reach that decision, you realize the power that you have within yourself. I think
The
What-
decision of giving up.
a
on her.
decision of saying no to certain things,
Like what?
you've already done a lot to kneel down as a man. That should be enough. You know? I'm telling you, that should be enough. And the best thing you could have done, or next time in whatever relationship you have, is if you face that pressure, find the courage to walk away and stay quiet. It's painful, by the way, but you'll eventually reap the goods out of it. Moving on to Nicole. So, kneeling down to a woman that will not bring her back most of the times if she's not supposed to come back, especially if she does not have the ability to stand alone and make judgment, if she has
On her own.
groupie around them.
No, for me, when I love someone, I'm in a relationship with them.
Yes.
A couple of my friends will know about it because that's inevitable.
Of course, knowing is okay.
Yeah, but then now, the decision is always with me, and they know that. So the difference is, I feel like the older you grow, because I'm older than campus, several years older than campus, the more logical you are, and because you've had experiences, you understand things differently. So now, that would never have happened with me, because me now, I don't know about me then, but me now that
Me,
So that's
then,
in
social media
campus.
wasn't that popular.
No, not even that. Even if it was, but
Dude,
even if it
she's
was.
not a dinosaur.
No, but even if it was, because different things could have happened, not
Yeah,
necessarily
true.
that per se, but in relation to that.
True.
So them, it's a phase in their age per se where that could happen. I mean, could you imagine people in my age, ours actually, most of us, let's be serious.
Yeah,
We're
true.
all in the same age
True.
bracket.
True.
In our age bracket, like right now, having that going on, like on that training, friends recording, and it would probably not be happening.
Okay, from a woman point of view,
Mm.
what is your is it a review about
That
the
whole
entire the entire incident?
Well, that was wrong for the friends. Definitely, that goes without mention because they have no right to do that. It's a relationship for two, unless the woman consents to it, which is still wrong as well. But then at least it would have been a decision from her. But them as friends don't have the right to do that. I mean, I can ask for your advice in my relationship, and then I decide take it or not. Your role as my friend is to support me with whatever I decide to do. And then in case I'm crashing, you're supposed to nurse my wounds as my friend. So him and Amy know what happened, what he did to her. And she knows whether she can forgive it or not.
Actually,
Or what he did.
ONESMAS, do you think, okay, you don't tell us what you did, but basing on what you did, do you think Amy will forgive you if you are in her shoes?
Yeah, she would.
She will forgive you.
Could.
She will.
She will, eh?
Could. Let's use could.
Yeah, I said will.
She will.
She will forgive you.
Yeah, she will.
Why do you want him to be careful with his confidence?
Because he's not Amy.
The man is not
The guy
blocked
said
yet.
he knows
They are
his
talking.
woman.
Yeah.
They're in talking terms.
Yes.
Low key. So
You see,
There's hope.
even if you are blocked,
There's
we've
still
been
hope.
blocked several times.
And unblocked.
and we we've been blocked.
Not
Sometimes-
once, not
yes,
twice.
not once, not twice, and then some people, they would say all sorts of
This guy has
things.
been called a dog.
Yeah, how do you call me a dog? Like, come on, I know you're mad, but don't take it that far, But of course, after some time, sometimes, in the heat of the moment, you can do anything, you can say anything,
Yes,
and
yes.
as a partner, at some point, you should also have that kind of understanding that okay, she was mad. She said this because she did this because she was mad, and then after some time, when she unblocks you or sends you a hey, are you up at like 2 a.m. in the night when you're sleeping, but
Yeah.
of course she texts and asks if you're up. When you wake up in the morning, okay, maybe she's now.
yeah, and
she's
as
now
a man,
calmed down.
Toby's a mabega.
Yeah, and
Toby's
as a,
a mabega.
yeah, as a man, you just ofumita symbols.
Continue from there.
Yeah, you just continue.
Yes,
of course. Sometimes the things they do or they say hurt, like because of course we also have emotions and stuff. But when you realize that okay, now she's moved on from this kind of anger and we are looking into the direction of reconciliation or amending whatever we had,
Okay.
mending whatever we had, then of course if you still feel the same way, you just have to go.
Yeah,
on
you
with it.
see, love is just like the hustle we do to survive, the work we do.
It's a gamble.
It is
Yes, it's a gamble.
see betting. So
Bagambe gambo not a bed.
ekintu kiri ndi, as some of us that have been in the trenches almost all our lives, is it doesn't matter the number of times you fail, but what matters is the bouncing back.
Motivation.
Okitegeera. So for us,
ONESMAS, I hear it. Yeah.
for us, we believe in bouncing back.
Uh,
You see, this week I read somewhere where I'm a football fanatic. A footballer posted there is 1% chance. You have 1% chance to make it. But if your determination is 100%, is 99%, you make it. And
Yeah.
that's the truth.
okay.
Gwe buli kimu kyokola ne waba chance nga akatuli katono bwe kati. Fumita. Giant.
akakatuli kajja kugazibwawo
That's the truth.
Okay. All right.
That's the truth.
Nikki, when you're in relationship with the people, wherever you're with, you believe that submission is something that should be at the center of everything in the relationship. Yeah.
It is.
Especially for the men.
Well, I feel personally, if I'm with a man, he can't be, he is superior in the relationship. But then there are times when it doesn't mean that he shouldn't at all listen or, consider what I have to say or my opinion about certain things. Because then it wouldn't make sense. Because our relationship is meant to be, we bounce off each other. There's no bouncing off me if you're not submissive to me at a point. I don't want to use the word submission because let me use which word can I use to mean the same thing kind of? Bounce off each other. So your opinion matters and mine matters as well. So they are both put into consideration.
Keep it bouncing.
Bouncing.
Okay.
We'll bounce. So that's what submission is, really.
So when you Google the word submission and say that it means submitting to a superior power.
Authority.
So
Yeah,
in this sense, ONESMAS, did you feel inferior when you decided to say I would be submissive? Or were there at some or is there a point where you felt like you are not being submissive as you should as a man? Because in the Bible apparently they say it's women supposed to be submissive to the men. So in this case you took up the position of the woman. Yeah, it is.
To my Chidi.
Yeah, so
Okay. What I meant by that, okay, there are some things that I would do without first consulting from her. And that would annoy her so much. It would piss her a lot. So another she would tell me that now for you to consult from me after you have already taken judgment, which at the same time could do what? Make her lose trust in me, thinking that maybe I'm thinking otherwise, something like that.
so that relates to what she said about the bouncing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have to talk to one another. Communication generally.
Exactly. So at times I would do, of course I would love to admit, I would do some things without
Her consent.
first consulting her.
Yeah. There are some things you can't do without consulting. I mean, it becomes even irritating.
ONESMAS, how
If you're
much-
going to ask me everything you do.
ONESMAS, how much do you love this guy?
Because ONESMAS, it was a relationship for crying out loud. It's not marriage. There are certain things you have to do as you.
Yes, like at campus, there are things you're supposed to do as you, as
Oh,
you.
it's not marriage.
You were acting a husband instead of a boyfriend.
No, maybe
That's
maybe
very risky.
It is
at
very
campus.
risky.
Yeah, because do you remember? Have you heard what he said? I was doing things without consulting her, meaning she's the superior power in the relationship.
No, perhaps those particular things
Required
involved
consent
her
at campus.
to an
really.
extent.
Well, let me tell you now. For me, if I had a girl that I think we are ending up in a relationship, in marriage kind of stuff, things that I would consult is buying land. When I'm buying land, where are we buying the land? For what? And how much? That is it.
If you're a swahaba, you have to consult if you're adding another act.
Wife.
Yes.
But now when you're at campus, I imagine your rent, your parents pay for it. You buy your own food, upkeep, they give it to you. Like, is it now your expenditure? Because now, most of the time, most of the decisions that require consultation a lot in today's relationships are financial. Yeah, so I'd imagine maybe, do you have a business together that you run?
Since you're even you people, you're doing statistics.
The things you used to do without consulting how would be, hey, I'm going for this lecture in the evening, and can I go? Can I? Oh, we have a test. Can I please sit
I
for
have a
this
picture
test?
of what ONESMAS was going through. Do you love football?
Oh, there is a match in the night.
You don't love
Can I
football?
watch Champions?
So,
okay.
what do you love? Like to,
Rugby.
babe, don't go and play with your friends today. It's my
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, you're
And then
supposed
you
to
feel
be
like,
here.
I'm going for rugby.
Why are you watching rugby? Like no.
You're supposed to be with me. And she's like, I hate you. And ONESMAS is like, oh my God, my baby's mad.
I didn't ask her.
I didn't ask her permission.
Yeah.
Basically, ONESMAS, we are trying to talk about this in a playful way, but it's a serious thing.
Yeah, sure.
Like, you really need to be the
Your own
man,
man.
in the relationship. Not like
By the way, being your own man is so sexy.
yes, like women like men
when-
that have not this masculinity of the power, but a man that has a voice. Yes, a man that has a voice. Yes.
Yeah, but like also you need to know the balance.
Yes, don't be toxic.
You have to strike a balance.
Yeah,
you
don't be
know.
toxic.
Yeah.
ONESMAS, if you really continue like that, they're really going to take advantage of
You're
it.
going to need a lot.
Yes.
ONESMAS, all this said, me, before I ask my other question is, I want to know, do you regret, as in whatever you said, what you did, do you regret anything about the whole scenario?
Well, I do regret having done that. And it's not that maybe I did it out of my... Okay, I only did it for the sake of I regaining back, putting all the blames on me, whether she was right or she was in the wrong. I had to just accept, and then after we just move on. Yeah, that's it.
Me, as a man that has been in the trenches for the last how many years, I don't know. Toward the me, I don't blame your actions at all. But the only thing I'm critical about is, as a man, never allowed to be recorded. I don't know. If you see, love is between two people. If you see a third party, you see, okay, I'm a friend to Swab, I'm a friend to Francis. Even when they are going to eat, I know after. You see? So, eriyo bye batanzikiriza manya. I cannot call Swaba ne mugamba chaomi. Tajja bikugamba. There are certain things that have to remain between the two of you.
Oba mubyogera.
Tetubiyogera. Singa namugeyeza dda.
Mubyogera.
Okyegera.
Emyaka gye tuliko tetukyabyogera.
Tetukyabyogera cause osobola ogeya
At
omuntu.
campus mubyogera.
Let me tell you this. Osobola ogeya omuntu and that someone ends up to be your wife.
That's true.
Imagine if you told Francis that omwana oyo alina this and this. Wano mba muzina kumukonaga. Bazina naye kirina kino. Okyegera. So you have to be critical because you never know. Some of us, like Francis, yamala campus but he has failed to find love. Naye osanga eri abawasiza their campus girlfriends. So nakyo oyina okimanya nti sina mwogerako so mwogerako noga we are at campus ne bwomwogerako. But what if you end up, because some of us olabina ebintu byokwana also you might end up marrying your ex. Imagine nga amwogerako. You undress the person for lack of a better word.
To your friend, before your friend.
So my advice to you, byonna bikoleko efujjo lyonna likole kuba naffe tulikoze, but never allow cameras.
Yeah.
Never allow cameras. But just imagine if buli kimu kye tukola we record. Imagine seeing Swaba naked, seeing Francis naked. I won't talk about Nicole so.
Because what?
I would like to say.
Yeah.
Before Pavel comes in, because I am running, I just want to tell Amy, she should get better friends. Please don't surround yourself with people who don't want you to prosper. Because trust me, a very good relationship is a success in Kampala. I think even everywhere else, people struggle. Yeah, people struggle to be in good relationships, and I'm talking this out of experience. And I know you, of course, you're also struggling to be in a good relationship. So, Ime, please, please choose better friends.
May I want to ask you, ONESMAS. Mr. ONESMAS, before by the way I introduce myself to you, when was that incident happened?
I think that was last week, but one.
My point is, you said you'd be submissive, but there's something you've not told us. are you going to be submissive to her? Because I innocent, she's pretty. Because in the ghetto for us, when I say that I'm going to be submissive to you, you have to be rich
Oh, very beautiful.
or very beautiful. Because I know, okay, we consider money first. Because if we know when we get money, we can get any beautiful woman. And if I'm to love you, ought to be submissive to you, you have to be with money, richer than me. They will be submissive. So my question is Ime richer than you? What does she have? Which
Push you to be.
pushed you to go down and be like, if I lose her, I'm going to lose money or I'm going to lose this.
Actually, about the issue of the money,
I want you to.
Amy doesn't have the money. I would love to say she's broke, but what I know, because I personally,
It is okay. It is not about the money.
it's not about the money. That's the thing. Okay,
So what-
if I told I've stated it in the wrong way, it's not all about the money.
So what is that forced you to go down and be like, I'm going to lose this if I lose this lady?
At first, when I was initiating my relationship with Amy, by then she was from a broken relationship. At first, when I asked her out in, of course she first rejected because she thought that basing on her past relationship, maybe also her
You wanted to use
her ex would treat her like the way I was. Then I listened to her, and then I vowed to myself that I'll never do it. I'll never let her down. And in addition to that, I'd really love to say something which okay to me may not be proper to say. I don't know that maybe I did this out of love or stupidity, I don't know. But I had an oath with her.
You had an what?
An oath.
You had an oath with her?
Yeah. Think? Now to really prove to her that I'm a serious person, I had to make an oath with her.
How did it happen? Like, how did it happen?
Exactly.
The oath.
We had a blood oath.
A blood pact.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like in Gabajaji Bakola, you exchange.
Yeah, I know it's a bit ancient, but we did it. I did this to give her the confidence, and of which
That you're not a player.
I'm not a player. And she can also testify it, by the way. I've never played her. Neither any of her friends. Though most of her friends were pumping words in her that
You're a
they
player.
saw,
Player.
that maybe they saw me at Mary Stewart with some other girl, and then after she ends up calling me, I think also that one also built it. Also that one, her friends feeding her all those kind of false information.
Maybe you were a friend to everyone. You smile with everyone.
So that's
is a good guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's a good guy.
Being good is doing
So-
more harm than good to you.
so. There's like, okay, I've always been like, most of you were asking me what's submissive because they are only on a scale of 10, I think it's only 1% that Amy has been asking me of something that I was unable to do them because of some reasons that I wouldn't want to speak on camera. But whatever Amy has always been asking of me,
You gave her.
I've always been submissive by giving her. She can also testify wherever she is, wherever
You
she
said what percentage?
on a scale of 10, it's only 1
That you failed.
Yes.
that I failed. But the 9
9 out of 10 you've delivered.
out of 10 have been delivered.
So I want to understand.
Yes.
This pact, was it just a blood pact or you had to use?
Of course, I had to get a needle.
Prick each other?
She pierced me, of course I pierced her. Then we had to join up, and then we had to lament some words on it.
At that time, you had
It will
already
be
tested
mine.
your health. You had confirmed your health status and everything.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay. So that's what is tying you guys together right now.
Exactly.
So that pact can't be broken.
I don't know, because Because when I try to make some inquiries, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit that thing is a bit spiritual. So
Me, as a local man, I can briefly explain about that. Once you do a blood oath, a blood oath, the one that breaks it gets the curses. That's the.
So Ime, you wait for your card.
So if it is Imi in the wrong, she'll get the curses. If it is Onesimus in the wrong, Onesimus will face it.
Onesimus is already pleasing the God.
No, he might be saying this for the camera.
No.
No, just please. We shouldn't be. We should be open-minded, and we've all seen as what Onesimus is saying. You can see what we can see is truth, but as some of us practice journalism, you never fully believe. Okay, so we might be here. Onesimus atugamba this and this, but remember one thing he told us: he cannot go deep.
Into that detail.
Yes, what happened before. So we cannot know.
As we close, there are some men who say that you embarrass their gender. I might be include them. Never know.
You among them.
So what's your message to them?
my message to them is that they shouldn't criticize me or judge me in any sort of way they think, because I did all what's best to regain back, to find a way of regaining back my companionship with Amy. Because for point number, first of all, they really don't know how I started up with her.
Of course.
Because they don't know how I started up with her and how I've always been moving up with her, and now what led to my kneeling down. Of course, for them, they are just bringing their views after what they have seen in the video clip. But what I did, of course, any other man is capable of doing.
Yeah,
just
we
because,
do.
Okay,
we
for
do.
mine was really different. Mine was a really different issue. Was public generally, and of which I was recorded without I knowing.
Yeah, I think men out there, you need to help ONESMAS from that perspective.
Some of us we felt sorry for you, like we are a man and a guy. Yeah? So, has that video had any emotional effects on you?
Yeah, if I say no, then it would be a very big lie. Actually, the first time it happened to me, if it wasn't my close neighbor, I think I wouldn't be here with you.
Wow. How did you feel? How did you feel when you saw when you got to know that the video had gone viral?
First of all, this video, it's saturating. Point number one, it is risking my future career, because it is really risking my future career. Though some people, but though if it lands on someone who really understands, he or she may not judge me.
True.
Yeah, because it's not that maybe I did anything wrong.
Your future man is going to use that video.
Naye kati eryo kaliya zo takyasobola kujoyininga kati amagye tetukyasobola kuwa.
He's going to use that video against you.
That's the truth.
Anyway, you just want to understand, like, the psychological bit. You said you wouldn't be here. How?
Yeah, I wouldn't be here.
How did
Reason
that
being,
person help you?
And what exactly happened?
Yeah.
Why do you think you wouldn't be here?
actually, I fear speaking it on camera, but
What had you intended to do?
if it wasn't the help of my neighbor that I'm staying with at hostel, by now I would be late because of Amy.
Okay. When you saw the video and before you approached the neighbor,
But-
before he approached the neighbor, what were you thinking of doing? What did you intend to do?
Well, I wouldn't. The fact that I wouldn't bear the shame that from the public, and despite the fact also I had also some friends of mine from some organizations who are much more older than I. So I had to put that kind of imagination. Now, what this person is thinking of me. They know this person is such and such a good person. They know this person is doing this. You get. So a lot of things were into my mind, but later on, I completely lost it. But later on, there's this neighbor of mine who came and gave me company. They talked to me. They had to console me. So that's when I started feeling that now.
Were you suicidal?
Actually, it was something nearing to that. But later on, I thank God that it didn't happen.
We heard that your father disowned you after watching that video. Is that true? Or?
That should have been the last question.
Well, I really thank God that even up to now, my biological parents don't know about the video.
So
They don't know about the video. There are these kind of people who are not into social media. Because there are these kind of people who can take even a month without even getting on WhatsApp or what. They're easy busy minding on their own businesses.
So that means what was being spread were lies.
They were saying your father had said
The person
he
who
wasn't
has-
going to pay your tuition.
The person, now I'm on government. I'm government sponsored.
Okay, you're a smart kid.
Wow, that's good.
I'm government sponsored.
That's good.
The person who the name of the person who was circulating is a Muganda, and for me I'm a Westerner. My father is a
It's not
Muganda.
Semakula as they
It's
say.
not Semakula. After my video linking all over social media and other platforms, very few youth of my age approached me that they have gone through the same scenario like mine, and they don't have a voice that can really help them to be out of the same situation like mine. So they had to use the opportunity of approaching me to help them out. So on hearing their side of the story, I had to come up with an initiation of starting up an organization that can help the boy child from being exploited, since they feel like maybe the women they're the ones who are really in favor of everything.
So your friends are also going through the same bullying and
Exactly.
They are also university students.
Yeah, there are also some are university students.
Please, men, come and support ONESMAS. Yeah. In support of you.
Yes. And then I would love to share my contacts.
okay.
My MTN, that's 07852 89388. And then my Airtel number, that is 07012 89388.
So when your organization what do you really want to do with your organization? How do you want to help the people, the young kids, the young people that are going through the same thing that you're going through?
Well, I'm still.
It is all about empowering the boy child.
Let's follow this guy.
Okay.
How do you think?
Are you on social media?
I think so.
I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, tell them your handles.
My handles as in
Your face what your username on Facebook?
my username on. I don't have a Twitter account. I don't have a Facebook account and also an Instagram account.
Oh, okay.
So my username on Facebook, that is ONESMAS Oni.
Oni.
Yeah, ONESMAS Oni.
Or
HUORNY.
ONESMAS, then no space ONEE.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same username also on what?
But
On
mine
Instagram.
is Oni.
Not Oni. Yeah, so I kindly call upon the supporters out there to come out to our rescue.
okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Only what? Constructive what?
Yes, please. ONESMAS has not shared his contacts that is searching. He has shared his contacts for a good cause. A good cause for a boy child.
Yeah, ONESMAS, we want to thank you for granting us this audience
And trusting us.
and trusting us to have this interview. We hope.
Because I've not seen him anywhere.
Yeah, I've not seen you. I think you are the first people
You
to
know,
post you.
this year you're among the people that are trending most.
You know that
Do
on
you know
Twitter.
that? Social media,
Okay,
social media in general, not on Twitter.
And we hope that the conversation we've had is one way or another, going to encourage you, going to open your mind to new things and all that. And we pray that, guys, you call on ONESMAS for constructive conversations and guidance. He's having his exams on 20th. They're starting on 16th.
Yeah,
Next
but my
week.
first paper is on 20th.
Yeah, but this paper is on 20th, Makerere University.
Yes.
He's not in Chambogo.
I'm not in Chambogo.
Yes. And from us to you, it's been me, Francis Emukule, Riaz Pavo, Dr. Lukiza David, man from New Vision, and of course our guest, ONESMAS, and then local man himself from Lowell.
Love doctor.
Okay, guys. Wakati wano, we have Dr. Lukiza David, aka Love Doctor. Love Doctor.